Well, dude. Oh man, where do we start? Obviously, everyone's clicking on this for, I guess it was kind of your plan. Cause listen. Okay, obviously everyone knows who the you are right now, so they're clicking on this video.
Do they? Okay.
They do. They definitely do.
Okay, cool. What's up, guys?
I guess bro, the first question I have is like, why?
Why?
Why? Yeah.
That's the first question.
I guess like number one on the list would probably just be like money. Like that was originally like because we didn't really know it was gonna be viral like this. You know, like we knew it was gonna be a thing, and we thought that was like a pretty good idea. Like, oh, if we do this, it'll go crazy. But we didn't know it was gonna be as big as it got, like at all, like even close. Like she had a dollar amount that she thought this was worth, right? And I said, you know, like let's do it. Let's switch things up. Let's try something out.
What was that dollar amount?
I can't say. She forbid me from sharing any dollar amounts. But it ended up being like, I don't know, like 50 times what we thought it was worth. So that's kind of cool to find out that your wife's vagina is actually worth way more than you thought that the value was going to be listed
Just
at.
in the worst way possible, though, man.
In the worst way possible.
Well, no, but I mean, it had the value of being, done in this way, not the value of the way that we had been doing things. We realized that all we had to do was switch things up a little bit and the people would get a lot more interested, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder what that number was. Could I ballpark it? Because I'm curious. I'm really curious. Like, because that's essentially the thing is like, would you, because there was an interview you did with Schultz where you're like, no, you wouldn't do this.
Yeah. You know what's weird though, too, is that there were also interviews on Academics and Vlad where I sounded much more open to it. Like maybe, maybe we get there, whatever. But then for some reason when I did that Schultz one, I was just like, no, it's not happening. Because I revealed on my podcast that me and her, when we met, we were partying, we're drinking, we're getting loaded, and we actually had a threesome with one of my homies around that time. It's like, I never admitted that on camera before because, I like that. I like you ever bang a girl with your homies back in the day?
I have, yeah.
Good old times, man. I miss those days. That was good shit. But, then we fall in love and we start dating and I'm kind of like, oh, like, don't talk about that. I don't want people to know that happened,
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, all right, maybe I should be more open-minded to that kind of thing on camera since we have an incentive to do so. Yeah.
But it's just money, right? Like at what point, where is the money just like not worth it? Like, did you just, because I guess my question to you is like, from what I understood is like you had great sources of income or you have great sources of income that are not just based on like sex, right? Like I know the plug talk does really well for you, but obviously the no jumper stuff's been
yeah, no jumper's doing great. That's one narrative I want to put to bed.
Yeah, I want to
that's not doing good. That's doing great.
I want to ask you that because a lot of people are saying like, is that because that was like the allegation thing and then like the people leaving and then
no jumper's great. We're doing just as good as we were doing when we had those dudes on the channel. Some dudes left. We had like maybe 3 months where it was a little bit lower. During that time, I went on vacation for a month. Now you look at the numbers, it's like, oh, you're totally back to it. I got a show with Whack 100 that I've been doing that's been going absolutely crazy, getting tons of crazy interviews in and stuff. So like financially, this was absolutely not something that we had to do. I guess like to some people, they don't understand the way we think of it, which is like, yeah, you're both multimillionaires. Okay, cool. That doesn't stop my ambition of wanting to have many, many more millions. I got shit I want to do in my life in terms of like investments and where I want to be at. And she's the same way where like, she's not just like, oh, cool, I'm making 6 figures a month so I could just chill. And I'm the same way. It's like, it's just, the fact that we're already doing well, to me, like, I don't relate to people who start making a good amount of money and then just chill. Like, to me, it's like you always are going hard. You're always trying to get to that next level. And she's the same way. So it's like, it wasn't something we had to do. It was just something that, like, we realized that it was going to be a big thing. I have just kind of got more and more numb to it over the years as a result of just doing so much porn, being on camera naked with her and other girls, to the point where, like, when we started talking about it maybe like 6 months ago, it just didn't really, like, seem like that big a deal.
What up,
Whereas who brought it up first?
If you had asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I never would have been able to imagine a million years. But now, when she brought it up, I'm like, I think the conversation with me and her was kind of like just about like what the next couple of years of our life is going to be like. And it was kind of like her saying like,
made you the
maybe I want to just have another kid right now.
I can't do it. It says like I do
really
have the
hard with
icon
her
by my
career,
thing, but
and
I
we start
can't
talking
like,
about
do
like
anything.
what her going
Did
really
you
hard with
reassign
her
it?
career would look like how she could
Not
really
even that.
maximize her
It's not
income
much,
over
though?
the course of the next
Nope. I can't
couple
even do
years.
that either.
I just kind of realized that like there's this huge
then
opportunity, or she
nobody else,
realized,
bro?
I think, because we
Nope.
did a joke
Cannot
TikTok
do
back in
anything.
January, actually, which was when we maybe even started talking about this. We did like a fake TikTok where I said to Jason Love, and we kind of scripted it right beforehand, I was like, I'm going to ask you like who the hottest girl is here, and then you just put your arm around Len and you walk away, and I'll just sit there like that, like crazy, whatever. And people on TikTok are so fucking stupid. That
Yes,
did it, and it
we
got, like, 10
are.
million views. And then ever since then, it's been like, oh, like would Lena ever do a scene with another guy? It's like,
Oh,
been,
you're
like,
reading the
such a
comments.
crazy requested thing, yeah. And like she
course he is.
just getting like bombarded with people asking her about it. And at first it was like we didn't even think about it. Then she kind of like mentioned it, and we start going back and forth, and it's kind of like, you know.
So,
I mean, it's not like it wasn't a big
Oh,
deal to
good
me. It
boys.
was definitely a big
Oh,
deal.
we got
Got
Dharma
one.
again.
But
Do you have a role?
I think that
that
the
you want?
average dude thinking of it thinks of it as being a
Nah,
way bigger
I don't
deal
really
than
care.
what I
Okay,
felt like
I'll
it
just
was.
Start.
Because to me,
It's fucking.
you know, she's already been naked
Get
a million
into it.
times online. I'm seeing her
Some people
a million
prefer it,
girls
so.
online. She's me a million different times online. I don't know. And just I have so many like relationships in the porn community of people that I know who are in relationships and they sleep with other people. And just
But are they married and have a kid?
No,
That's the thing where I'm like,
a lot of them. No.
Really?
Yeah, but a lot of people hide their kids
Yeah.
or their relationships in general.
You're right. So that's the thing with you. Like the kind of next question is like when this comes, because at some point it's gonna come when like kids
let me
are.
guess, we're gonna get the
Yo, your
sniper
mom and your
rescue
dad and this and
next.
that. You don't stress about that. You don't think about that.
Not really. I mean,
No?
should be
I
alright.
haven't had that all.
Should, like,
You think so?
yeah, I mean,
Because it's trauma. Like
So
no
you're
matter
gonna
how you
between
cut
the
it, is it?
convoy
I don't
is.
think because like we're
The,
living in an
IED one.
increasingly woke world.
or the
Like,
sniper
Fucking
one.
lame.
No, it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
In
that's
this
why
case,
Convoy
it's
is
good.
the
We
one I
gotta
think it's
support
gonna be.
sex workers, Bradley.
Either that or
Well,
it's
it's not
gonna
about not
be the
supporting
fucking
workers. It's not what I'm saying.
Right, but I think
the one in Jokin Park.
Let me ask you this:
The-
we got to follow the
compound
logical
Yeah, go
path
again.
here.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
kill
think
yes.
that
Yeah, I
it's
feel like I get that
moral
all
or
the fucking
acceptable to
time.
be a porn star?
Yeah. Y'all ever just mess around and try to speed run the
Like for what it is.
It's not wrong. But like when people, if I start a business and we film, I'm not doing anything wrong, right? It's not illegal. I'll follow you. Okay, and it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong. Now there is a heavy social stigma attached to it. We've seen that on my Twitter. But to me, that's a problem with society, not a problem with the people doing it. Now, obviously, like anything involving like
I'll pick stuff. Well,
related
I got the
stuff
saw.
and then children. These are very, it's not good. These are worlds that kind of mix. So it is kind of weird to like, have a kid and even people who do like a much less version of this than me, like people who do like really nasty podcasts, like where they really inappropriate jokes. I've heard those kind of people go through the sort of moral dilemma in their head on podcasts and stuff of like, I have a kid now, like should I keep doing these podcasts where we talk about all this crazy nasty stuff, and as a result, like I feel kind of bad because my kid, they can't listen to this, whatever. To me, it's like porn is adult stuff, and then my kid is always shielded from massive. She's never around anything that would even be close to that. None of that stuff ever enters our house in any way, so.
But I'm talking about when she's out there, in school or interacting with other kids.
She's gonna have to be tough. She's gonna have to be tough, just like mom and dad were. The same way that I could, at some point, like she's gonna figure out that people love me.
Big check, can you
before
hear me?
She figures out that people hate me. But from day one, I'm gonna tell her. You notice how I just had to go to take 20 pictures of people in the mall. Well, that's because those people love me.
Reloading.
But there's also a lot of people who hate me. And
So
that's
you're
just how
telling her
life
this
is.
already.
She's 2.5, so no, I'm not telling
Yeah,
her that
but
already.
but like
at some point, I'll tell her that. Yeah,
you
it's
should
like,
tell
a
her
lot
now
of people
so
hate
she's
me.
ready for that when by the time she's 4.
I don't think she would really understand what the concept of like hating somebody is right now, but maybe once she has a little bit more language available to her.
In cap.
So I mean, because that had to be the biggest thing you guys were like deciding for or against it, right? For your daughter, right? I'm assuming that would have been the hardest thing of it, or you just
No, we didn't talk about that.
So what was the hardest part for you in saying yes
Oh
to it?
wow.
The hardest
We're
part for me
all
was
in
just,
cap.
wrapping my head around the idea that my girl was going to spend any amount of time with another
That's
guy. Because
crazy.
even though I said it's not that big a deal to me, it's still a deal. It's still a thing. Like it's still kind of hard for me, even as a to wrap my head around that. Now having done it, it doesn't seem anywhere near as big a deal just because it's like, oh, she went and did
can you guys hear me or no?
It's all good. I'm still alive.
Check. Can you hear me?
Fine.
Check.
Sex life is great. You know,
Okay,
wasn't
good.
impacted
What about
by
now?
whatever,
Can you
so.
hear me now?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's just.
Can you hear me now?
I
Check.
did what other men are too afraid to do. And as a result, the whole world had to stop and watch. And am I saying I'm a hero? No. But am I? Perhaps.
I don't know if it's so afraid to do. It's just like I just wouldn't fucking do it.
But you're not a dude.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is if I didn't do porn, would I have ever in a million years thought that it was like even a consideration to let my wife go sleep with this gigantic black dude? No, it would have never even crossed my mind. But we do porn, and it's like at the end of the day, 6 figures, 7 figures, it is what it is. It's like, you know, I'm not above that. I'm not above doing something for money. She's definitely not above doing something for money, you know?
Yeah, I guess you guys have
Do a lot of stuff for money.
Like at what point?
I'll sit here and read a brand deal for something I never even heard of.
Yeah.
For money.
But at what point is it like, is it worth it? Because money's great, but at what? I mean, you had money. It's not like you didn't have money. You guys are doing great prior.
I think it was worth it for sure. Yeah.
What's the number, dude? I want to know the number.
I can't tell you.
Above 10?
10 million?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really thinking big.
I'm thinking big.
No
So you did this for a couple $1 million.
No comment. I didn't do anything. She did.
Well, you had to allow.
She's the one who got reupholstered.
Yeah, but you had to. You had now you're in this situation.
Reupholstered
like,
is
never
crazy.
I didn't really know that
Bro
there was
said
gonna be, like, any
reupholstered.
significant windfall in my direction from this, but like in terms of pork talk, in terms of like just our content talking about it, like okay, I have a guy. You probably have a guy. I have a guy who does our Snapchat stuff. Turns all our content into Snapchat stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever made as much as I made last month.
Yeah, that's right.
Ever on Snapchat, according to him, from talking about this.
No, I believe it, but I'm saying
So
like,
I'm just saying, it's like somehow I didn't really expect to have this crazy thing happen to me, but something crazy happened to my shit as well.
what happened?
Just like
Well, the fact that the cut comments, like
yeah, I don't care about that. The
but
hate
do
is
you
gonna
really
always
not,
come with the
do
love.
you really not care?
No, of course not.
Genuinely.
No,
Why
I mean,
but you lean into it. I see you lean into it, obviously.
yeah.
But
I have fun with it on Twitter and stuff.
But
it doesn't bother me because okay, it's at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm cool with it. So why would I ever even like think about caring about what somebody else thinks? I've been getting anti-porn comments for a long time, or you know, your wife is a fucking whore before she even did this, and it's like I never took that serious before, so I'm not gonna start now.
What about the when this guy's like? Because I just saw this fucking interview.
That makes
it's hilarious. And he's like talking about how like he just your wife better than you. Like, how are you good with that? Because
damn,
he crossed the line, Bradley.
Well,
he crossed the line
no, see,
because
now you're playing though.
No, I'm not.
No, genuinely, you sound like you're joking.
I'm hamming it up, but
I'm hamming it up.
I think he crossed the line. I think
genuinely.
I think he did cross the line because he started letting the clout get to his head. And he started so think about it. Before the scene comes out, he's riding this wave where he's getting more attention, more clout than he's ever gotten before, you know? And he's probably loving it. Then it comes out, and a lot of people are saying like, oh, he didn't do a good job. He did a mid-performance, whatever, calling it the mid-tape. And you know, as a result, I think his ego probably like couldn't handle it. So then he feels like he has to kind of like overdo it to justify himself. And, you know, I feel like it makes me feel like, oh, I need to like really sit down with these dudes or at least have like a text conversation where I kind of explain how this is going to work in the future, you know?
You're going to do more of this.
Oh, yeah, because definitely we're already planning a scene with me, her, and another dude, right?
Yeah, I heard you talking
for Plug Talk. And we were thinking about having it be him. Onlyplugtalk.com. Sign up $5 a month. We were going to do it with him. But now this motherfucker's out here running his mouth. I'm like, oh, all right, we're back to the drawing board. We got to find somebody else now.
Me?
No, a professional.
A professional?
Yeah. Probably a
said
brother.
me.
Why does it gotta be a brother?
I mean, based on like the appetite, it seems like the black part is like a big part of it.
Well, it's
I didn't really see that. I didn't know that.
It's the marriage thing, the interracial thing, and like the cuck thing. Yeah. That's the thing that gets all these people going crazy.
God, RPG took me out in Cap on Convoy.
And you have a kid.
Yeah.
So there's this whole thing. Like when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this makes sense. But
right
I still just can't. I'm just like, why? Because money's money, but how much do you need? All of it?
You got
all of it.
You don't feel like you sell your soul a little bit on that?
No, not really. I
Because
think, you say sold your soul. I say I challenged myself. I got on the plane and I flew my ass to Mount Everest. And I didn't know if I was going to make it or not, but I climbed that fucking mountain.
But I'm
Other men would not be capable of such a thing. I stood my ground and I went out there, me and her, hand in hand, and we climbed the highest mountain that was possible. And now we have to find a bigger mountain.
bro, but it's like, oh man, I'm trying to picture myself in it, and I'm just like, I just can't. I just go, why? Like,
and he couldn't picture himself in it unless you're into that type of stuff.
Like, it's just money and
why?
Like, you're up forever, and I hope you're. I guess you're okay with this, but you're forever like that. Now. They're always gonna say,
he's not
like,
for.
oh, you're that
Well,
guy
I
who
mean,
did this, who let his wife get fucked by this guy. Like, that's never gonna go away.
I know. And
That is true.
Really? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I feel like what we did was actually like.
And even if he divorces.
Not that far outside of the realm of possibility in either of our minds, you know. So if I have to be, I've already gotten DMs from people that are like, hey, like
the guy that allowed it,
like OnlyFans girls are like, my husband, I only ever shot with my husband, and now he's saying that he's down for me to shoot with another guy.
Even still,
like,
I mean, that's pretty. That's
made
pretty.
my career way better by just showing me.
That's
that
pretty mature.
I'm like, wow.
Oh my God!
Broke new ground for the culture.
Is it a net positive or a net negative for society?
Fuck society. I don't really care about society, to be honest. But
Bradley
for my home, it was definitely a net positive.
With Shopify's mobile app, you can handle your business anywhere. Add and edit products.
I'm not saying everybody needs to live this life.
Yeah.
No, I don't think many people
make your relationship stronger.
I think it made our relationship stronger too. There's like a degree of trust that you have to let your partner.
This is the thing that fucked me up. There was one comment that was made, and it was about the ring not being on.
She took it off.
She took it off
for the scene.
Okay, but this is where I was like, this is the thing that is.
I just rezzed him. I didn't know if there was.
Her reason was because she thought it would be more disrespectful if she had the ring on.
Yeah, I agree.
More disrespectful. So then there is disrespect in it. Then, if you're saying if this would be more disrespectful if I kept the ring on,
no,
maybe there's disrespect in it.
Okay, regardless of the fact that she obviously enjoyed getting her back blown out by this. Regardless of that, porn is acting.
Yes.
Porn is something that you go and do in order to make money. There were other people in the room at the time that was happening. There's a filmer there.
Everyone's joking like it was you.
No, that was a joke. But I wasn't there. I was at home playing poker. But it is acting. I'm not denying that she enjoyed it, but it is acting. And so when she goes there and she's going to act in a scene, like if you got hired to be in the next Fast and the Furious, which is actually not a bad idea.
That'd be dope.
And you go in there, it's like, you're acting. Nobody thinks that if you say the N-word in the movie that you actually say the N-word in real life. But so like her wearing the ring, like the ring is more
exactly.
That's like her, Leonard the Plug, or Leonard Narcessian, the human being. Whereas Leonard the Plug, the porn star, is able to go and do things that.
You know what? I think why it's so blurry and why people are so like up in arms about it, and also why it's gone so viral and got so big the way that it has, is because you talk about an actor being in a movie or an actress, pornography movie, whatever. I think because you and Lena are so still real to people because you're a social media person, that's why it's made it more like, oh, this is just their real life. And this is just like, why would he do that? And I can't believe it. I think it's the blend.
Like so many of the headlines
RPG
are
down.
like, man agrees to let his wife, or like YouTuber or podcaster agrees to let his wife do porn with another guy a month after they got married. Whereas like a more accurate title for a lot of people, I think, would be like, porn star agrees to let his porn star wife shoot porn with another porn star, which is
basically
not anywhere near as interesting,
No.
Exactly, and that's what it
porn,
literally
it
is.
would have never even crossed our minds, And it's like, I don't know, it's hard for people to wrap their head around that. But I consider myself like a real participant in the porn community. Like, I believe in porn. I think that there's nothing wrong with porn existing. I think porn is a net positive for society. Fuck you, Sneeko. And
it is definitely.
I don't know. That was part of like why I wanted to take the challenge of her actually doing
that. For
now,
mental health,
done
but
it
it's a
and
net
realizing
positive
how
for
much
society,
more interesting this shit is to people, with there being even the possibility of there being other guys. Now it's kind of like, oh, like we only had to change up our relationship on camera like a tiny bit from my perspective to make it infinitely more captivating to people.
Yeah, it's
That
bro.
makes
It's
sense.
the whole shit is just so interesting to me.
It
I
is
guess I just
because
I get
that's
caught up in
and that's why
just
they
the
made
kid
it.
thing.
That
The kid thing to me fucks me up.
the
Yeah, because
popular
nobody can really
YouTuber
say that there's anything
literally
wrong with it,
is
and
a
so then
star.
they go back to the kid thing because they're like,
And his
well, what
wife,
about the
who
kid? 'Cause it's
literally
like, you can't really
is
like
a
fault
star.
grown-ups for making grown-up
And
decisions, right?
he
Like, at the end of
already,
the
you know
day,
what I'm saying? He already
business-wise,
has
or just like
fun with
sex-wise,
other
you know, people
literally
can, like, I know
after
tons of people who fucking
podcasts that
that's their thing. I know dudes
they
who,
do
like,
together.
I know a dude
Like they
who,
said,
well,
that, like
his girl went on a podcast.
they do the
and
girls
said
right
that
after.
his
Jesus.
fetish is for her to go out and find a big black guy and suck his dick and film it, and then bring him back the video, and then he'll fuck her while they watch that video.
What the fuck, dude?
I know, and she exposed the shit on a podcast, and he's not even mad about it. He was kind of hyped because, like, I guess that's like his fetish.
That's his kink. Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I know a lot of swinger couples. I know people who go to sex parties and stuff. So, you know, I don't know. I guess I just don't find it as shocking as a lot of other people find it.
Exactly.
But in terms of the kid thing, that's just like a totally separate part of our
The
life.
kid
At a certain
thing,
point, even though
I
she's going to be
mean-
going to the best private schools in the country, is she going to have to deal with some degree of bullying or, like, having to, you know, clap back at people about that?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, probably.
Yes.
But
yes.
hopefully
I
our
mean,
world is getting a
even
little bit
if
more
she's
open-minded.
still
I feel
going
like
to
by
the
the
best
time
schools,
my
those are
kid is
probably
10
the
or
worst
12,
people to bully.
that, you know, what percentage
Bully,
of the
quite
moms
honest,
in her
that's-
grade are going to have had an OnlyFans? Probably a pretty fucking large one, right?
And that is also
So
Also
overall, that
very,
idea that you're
very-
saying, like, do you really think that's
the amount
better for
of
society?
kids
Porn?
that
No,
are gonna
everyone,
have
like,
moms
every
that have
girl,
OF
it's like now it's only
when they're in school.
No, I don't think
It's not even
necessarily
going to
better,
be a
but I think it's fine
bullyable
for women
offense.
to make
Like
that
you
decision.
can't bully somebody if your mom also.
I think some women should be teachers and
I didn't
Dairy
even
Queen
think about that.
employees and
Like there's gonna be so many,
the hot ones.
and it's not even gonna matter. Like you can't even
So
like.
just-
Oh my god, I saw your mom's like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, listen,
bro.
if you were
On the
a chick
internet.
and you had the decision,
And they're gonna be
between
like, yeah, I
making
saw yours too.
$4,000 a month working at
Yeah,
Dairy
they're both
Queen,
hot, right?
which might be
Like,
optimistic.
and then that's where it
But
ends.
let's say $4,000 a month.
That's crazy.
Working, you know,
I didn't
in a
even think
restaurant or
about
some
that.
Shit, or you
Can't
can make,
even.
you know,
That's crazy.
$10,000 a month.
When people
You
are
have way
being
more
like,
free
"Oh
time,
yeah, I
and you're out
banged
here
your
taking
mom,"
teen pictures.
you could
I'm
literally
not saying
be
it's
like,
that simple
"Yeah, I
for every
banged
girl,
yours
'cause even
too,"
$10,000 a month
and
is
it'd be
just,
like,
from my level of
"Oh yeah, you
OnlyFans
want to watch?"
knowledge,
type
that's
deal.
basically girls
Like
out
that's
the ground
crazy.
floor, you know, like
Yeah.
that's not really
Like who would get the most views?
super
Like
impressive.
I got,
What?
I got
for
more
me.
views
Hell yeah.
banging your mom.
I mean, before I like had
That's
success
crazy.
on the internet, I was
God.
totally down to be like a
Oh
drug
my
dealer
God.
or like a credit card scammer. I
Oh.
did that for a while, you know. Like I was really willing to like break the law to like not have a job and to be able to make an okay amount of money. So I look at OnlyFans like what the fuck?
It's just a cheat code, yeah. What do you think about what Tate said? Did you see what Tate said about it?
Let's do it.
In the interview with Tucker?
I mean, I feel like he's another person that kind of missed out on the whole porn angle of it. You know, like it's just he's acting as if this is something that I'm like advocating for the average couple to do. When in reality, I have no dog in that fight. I don't give a shit. But you know, from a porn perspective, it seemed like it made a lot of sense. You know, she didn't do it because she was just dying to like take another dick. She did it because she knew that there would be a bag associated with it, you know, and that she part of her was like, oh, this also could just like sort of reinvigorate her career in general, create like a more interest around her, which has like absolutely happened to a level we never could have imagined.
Exactly.
But you know, just in
For
general too, it's
sure.
like she kind of felt like, oh, like maybe being so associated with me at a certain point, she wasn't necessarily like getting invited to do the cool influencer porn girl stuff necessarily because people are thinking of her more like a mom / like Adam's wife, you know. And so now she's getting invited to all these
Even though she
milk
already-
boy videos and all kinds of
even
shit.
though
So
she
I feel
already
like it's
had,
pretty good for her career in general too.
Even though she has
Take one dick, everybody looks at you totally differently.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god.
I'm going for the gay fan base next.
That's you're gonna fuck a dude.
Ooh.
People keep
Damn.
asking me that though. I'm like halfway expecting you to ask me that.
At some point, the money gets. So, you know, over under 5 mil.
$5 million on the top
That's
of the
a- over under 5 mil. How do you do that?
So pandemic. That's why.
Top.
Yuck. Nah, I'm gonna say no.
No. So you got,
I don't
give
think
me
I
a
could
number
do it.
here
I don't
on
think I
this
could-
on this tape. Over under 5 mil. What'd they get?
I
What'd
don't
you
think I
get?
can do it.
No. What on this with Jason? Over under 5 mil.
Oh wait, I got fucking Jason now.
No. I'm not talking about fucking Jason. I'm saying the shit you guys already did. That tape.
No comment. I can't say.
Really? Why
Don't
not?
forget to
I don't
reload
want to
grenades.
disclose. She's very uncomfortable with me talking about money publicly, and she believes that all these bad things come from talking about money on camera. So I gotta respect that.
I just find that interesting because, like, obviously it was done for money.
Yeah,
So
but she don't want people to be able to pocket watch like that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? It's a headline waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sorry. It's like you respect that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what happens next then? The threesome thing? Like, I mean, because like at some point, like now all your money has to be derived from this kind of stuff, though. No, like you're not going to be able to get like outside brand deals. You think you get brand deals if you're in the space, or you get specific brand deals to the space?
What you
You
mean?
can definitely get brand
Just in
deals.
general. Like, do you
Well,
think?
no jumper. We have sponsors and stuff. Not that great. Probably
I
not
was
as
gonna
good as
say.
you guys do, but we got some sponsors. We could definitely get more. I mean, I don't really think it closes the door on much that wasn't already closed. Like, even just doing porn in the first place makes you like pretty not brand friendly. Most porn girls would tell you that as well. In terms of what we're doing moving forward, it is kind of weird because it's like, I want her pussy to be supreme, not fucking, I don't know, Volcom. Like,
Volcom.
like, I don't want her pussy being sold in, like, in the mall. I want it to
Zoomies,
be
you know?
exclusive. Like, and
Yeah.
So I told her that. I'm like, I think we gotta, like, really sit down at a certain point and figure out exactly, like, how many
That's
of these
crazy.
we're gonna do, how often it's gonna happen. Like, what is
I just took one
rate
to
of
the
diminishing
skull.
returns to her doing this again with another dude, and at that point, therefore, how much should we do? And because it's kind of like, I'm not super into the idea of her doing it all the time,
Bro,
but her doing like some of it, yeah, for sure.
crazy.
We're still like kind of working on figuring out like what the game plan is going forward, because even if like she does this again and it makes 10% as much, well, she still definitely would like be wise to keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of issue
You
of
think-
like how much.
10%.
Oh,
So you guys,
Oh,
you had to get
wow,
more
wow, wow.
milk.
Well, duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, dude, it's just like, I don't know. I'm just like, you don't give a fuck clearly about the comments.
Oh,
But why do you lean so much into it? Because normally you lean into comments and like negative shit because like you almost kind of get to the joke first, or you get to the hate first, because you're trying
Yes.
to
protect himself.
fix it or like avoid
No,
it or like
yeah, protect himself.
my whole thing, and I had a realization after I went on stream with Aiden, where all the stuff that I've been viral for saying on Twitter is basically shit that is true. Like when I'm like, I love my wife. That like I will go viral if I tweeted that right now. Like, or like if I like I put up the picture of me and my girl like embracing on the beach, and I wrote like 5 days until the world gets to see my wife's back get blown out. It's like, obviously I'm kind of trolling by like saying it in such a way that is like ridiculous, but that is true. Like, I do love her, and I was excited for the world to finally see the scene, So it's like, I might be writing it in a goofy way, but I mean what I'm saying. Whereas then I went on Aiden's stream, and I was kind of trolling and saying like, yeah, Aiden, like we need to fuck her together or whatever. And I felt kind of like conflicted afterwards, and I wasn't even sure why I felt weird. And then I was like, oh, the reason why I feel weird is because I was just saying something. I was trolling, but I was saying something that I wouldn't actually do, which is like, obviously I'm not trying to like find homies to fuck her with, It's like, we do porn. It's not an option that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking go grab some guy from TwitchCon and we're gonna fucking bang my wife together, Yeah. So I'm holding myself to that. I'm not really trolling by saying things that I don't believe, which is kind of complicated, because probably a lot of people think I'm just purely trolling, but I'm not really saying anything that is like that crazy to me. Like, I'm just actually embracing my relationship, and people think it's fucking crazy that I'm married to a girl that I allowed to go frolic with another man on camera.
Yeah.
To me, it's not that great. I don't know.
Not at all.
At this point, having a couple weeks to get used to it.
On my way.
So who else?
What?
Who else are you gonna let fuck your wife?
Well, the only people who are even in contention are other adult male porn stars. I don't know how many.
I'm
of
not
them,
shooting in the face this time.
Probably not that many. I'm not gonna let Callie muscle fuck her. I'm trying to think of people you know.
That's funny.
You know, I'm not gonna let what's his name, Chris Bumstead. No, sorry. Just because you got an ill body, just because your pecs are on fleek, it's not. That's not enough.
Fuck, dude. I just feel like you're just really good with it.
Yeah, I mean, it took a little bit. You know, I was a little nervous beforehand. Then we did it, and then I felt a little weird like the next day, and we like kind of talked about it and stuff, and like then I saw the footage and I thought it was kind of hot, and then no negative feelings between us now at all.
Yeah.
Maybe for like a day or two I was a little conflicted.
And so like we were talking earlier, like the stuff where this guy Jason is like talking more shit. He did his whole interview thing. That shit doesn't bother you though, like to say like he.
No, that did bother me. It fucking pissed me off that like now we gotta find another guy for this threesome because he's out here talking spicy. I feel like he doesn't know how to handle the clout.
Actually.
Yes.
Okay. Because I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell you were hamming that up a little bit. You were
I ham it up, but I was.
He said ham it up.
Let down. And
So
let's
you
just say she was let down as well. She was very upset because she had a good experience with him on set, and then had a good experience during the rollout. You know, he was cool about her putting the scene out on her OnlyFans and him waiting a week or whatever to put it on his OnlyFans. You know, like when she asked him that, and that obviously like. From his perspective, he would have made a bunch more money if he put it up on OnlyFans right away. He was cool about that and everything. So she had a good experience on camera and then off camera. But then as soon as he gets on camera with an interviewer who like is trying to get him to talk some shit, he kind of blew. So at this point, he was on the blacklist. It's been 86th out of my wife's vagina.
He's on the other side, by the way.
I'm not sure.
He's on the other side. Dog, he's on the other side. He's not on this side. He's on the other side.
I ain't taking no disrespect. It's a crazy world.
Yeah.
Crazy world.
Like you don't feel like a part of it's a little fucked though? Like just in general, just like you don't think pushing that like it's okay? You don't think that's a little?
I'm not
fucked?
telling
you were right. He is definitely
else.
on that side.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I do something, if I steal a Snickers bar from the 7-Eleven after this, it's not like I want everybody to do that. That's just how I was feeling at the time.
It's fair.
That's just me. So it's like, you know, if some kid's gonna see me smoking a cigarette, I'm not telling you that you should smoke a cigarette just because I'm smoking a cigarette. And I don't, but I do once in a while. If anyone has any cigarettes, I would totally smoke one. But I don't.
Jacob might have a cigarette.
I don't buy cigarettes. I don't do it. You know, it's just. I listen to all this evil fucking stuff about like killing each other. I don't think you should kill each other. And I don't even think it's probably a good idea for you to listen to this music. That's just how I'm living.
It's interesting you say that though about the music. You don't think it's a good idea, but you still do it. You still push it forward.
It causes destruction in the black community. It's a shame, and the white community, really.
Yeah. So you never be like, maybe I shouldn't like push this.
Possibly.
No, I like the music too much. It's like, you know, I just enjoy the music. So it's like I can't help the fact that I also think it's probably like
fucking shit up.
Bad for society as a whole, but there's a lot of rap that isn't. It's not really what I'm listening to.
I picture you and your wife at home, just like in the kitchen. She's like making food or something, and then do you ever like? I feel sorry. Oh, it's like I'm starting a porn scene right here.
Scream at her.
I'm starting a porn scene right here. You never just get fucking. You're not just mad, dude. No. I feel like you're mad inside, man. No.
I agreed to it. I had so many outs on the way out, on the way into it.
And you just said fuck it every time? Just the bag.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I told her I had 3 rules before we did it. I said, the first 2 were like physical on-camera things, and then the third one was about the future of it. I said,
what were the rules physical on-camera?
Don't kiss them. Don't let them nut in your mouth. And if I don't like this after you do the one, then I want to be able to say, nah, we're not doing this again.
And that's pretty fair.
So, okay.
Those are my 3 things.
And that's pretty fair.
But didn't he? I thought he was an interview. He was saying he cream pied her, and she. No, I didn't watch the shit.
Well,
was this a sale?
That's the word on the streets.
What's that?
That's the word on the streets.
So they have to find out. Look at you, this guy. Master fucking marketer here.
Only
Don't go watch the video.
plugtalk.com. Only plugtalk.com. It comes with a free Happy Dad Death Row collab.
I don't
Purple.
think so.
No? Oh, well,
I don't think so.
I'll have to check.
So what was the thing you were going to expose this Jason guy for?
No comment.
What is it? Is it some other shit?
No comment.
Damn.
Just know that I'm 22. I keep one in the chamber.
Yeah, but like, is it? So I just what is it in regards to? Can you
I'm on
put it in
top
regards
floor.
to?
No comment.
God, dude.
I stick by the code of the porn world. I abide by the code.
What's that code in this sense?
Well, Jason violated it, but I'm not going to fully super violate him back. But, okay, to me, part of the porn code is that, like, you do not insult another man's dick game.
Clear.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, to me, he violated the porn code, and he's much more experienced in the porn world than me, obviously, as, like, a whatever.
Yeah.
But, to me, you can't, like, you can't do a gangbang with a bunch of other guys and then go get on a podcast and say, like, Bradley was jerking his dick off for 4 hours in the corner. He couldn't get hard. Homie wasn't even in the gangbang. I can't do that. That's like, I've had a million dudes not be able to get hard on set. Never talked about it on the podcast. You can't talk about it. It's like the magician's code. Like,
Okay.
just, you know.
See, I wouldn't understand that because I'm not.
There's movie magic going on. To me, there's a code of conduct between male performers.
IEDs in here.
I don't even know that many of these
Last
motherfuckers.
building.
I know some of them, but
And he disrespect you.
I think he did. But I'm not going to go back and do the same thing to him, even though I could.
Checking left.
Is it in regard to his dick game working or not? Is that what we're saying?
Left
No
clear.
comment, Bradley.
Okay, fuck,
Left
I'm
clear.
really trying on that one. I tried to get it honestly.
Free Happy Dad Death Row with every sign up at onlyplugtalk.com. Thank you to Kyle. I appreciate the brand deal.
Oh my god.
Push that narrative.
So-
What is up with that? I got invited on the Nelk pod, and then he just kind of like stopped responding. I think the cloud, like I might have spread the cloud around a little too much.
Maybe
now I'm
you were-
over here with Bradley.
Maybe you were on too many. Maybe you went too many like interviews.
Maybe, and he thought he was going to be able to get me, Lena, and Jason.
Oh.
But now he knows that's probably going to turn into a Jerry Springer episode. I might have to jump across the fucking set. And
Well, that would be so sick.
put him in a
I was gonna ask you to bring Lena, but she's probably busy.
I'm
Today.
going to throw him in a triangle.
Kyle or Jason?
Probably like I'll put Kyle in a triangle, and then I'll also beat the shit out of Jason at the same time.
Who do you think win in a fight? You or Jason?
Probably me.
Definitely
Really?
Jason. No.
Shit, I like that.
That went pretty well.
Maybe
you
Besides
guys should do that next.
He ain't really big like that. That's all. Just
I agree.
make it.
Good angles, right?
Completely agree.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, that was target practice.
Angles, all the angles.
Right. Totally.
Dick's not
Angle
really
of the dangle.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you know my
Right?
reaction
Drinking
ain't
out of
bad.
glass bottle.
Yeah, can I not drink out of glass bottles? Is that
That's
weird?
cool. I got plastic
I
one
don't know what
personally.
happened to Dandy.
Yeah, because you like that BPA or whatever that shit is that leaches into your water.
Is that a thing?
That's a
Ew,
thing. Yeah.
what's
Probably not. That's probably
BPA?
BPA or whatever.
You
free.
find out about that on Steve Will Do Its Rumble channel or something?
Oh, dude. That's been a thing for a long time. Let me see that bottle. Throw me that bottle real
No,
quick.
this
Hold on.
Steve will do a Rumble channel, bro.
They break, but I had this one for like, I don't know, 6 months. I haven't broken
Yeah,
it
see,
yet.
BPA free. Like you're good. You're in the clear.
Oh,
dude.
good?
No
You got
fucking
a mic?
shitty plastics. So you lost a lot of weight recently, huh?
Yeah, but today actually,
take
like
that
I've
as a
been
no.
since I got back from the honeymoon, like I was swearing that I was gonna get back on the workout grind / diet grind when I
Wait,
got
what
back
happened?
from the honeymoon like a month or so
Yeah,
ago.
he didn't have a mic, so I
But
kicked
now, today, I'm actually like
he
really
wasn't talking.
100% back on it. So yeah, I went from like 245
what up,
to like
Carnes?
215.
What's up,
Yeah,
Brad?
I remember you in the gym.
Yo,
you were
what's
training
up?
like fuck a year ago.
All right,
I'm like
so
215 right now. I'm trying to get to 200.
I'm
even.
going to choose.
Is it just
one
overall
out of
general
three
like trying to be better, feel better in life, or is there a
It's
reason?
mostly
I'm going
'cause
to pass
the
on
more weight you lose, the
opportunity
bigger your dick
to
looks.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'll
I
do it.
swear to
Sure.
God that I
Sure.
lost all that weight, and I found a new
All right,
vein
you ready?
in my dick. Like
Whoa.
yeah, actually on both sides. Like I'll get a hard on right now and show you, but like at the bottom of my dick,
I feel
the
you.
Don't do
fat
that.
pad has decreased.
So yeah, you get
I
little-
can see like a
Yeah.
little vein that almost like encircles like the base of my penis. It looks like I'm wearing
Hey,
a cock
babe.
ring
Dick
under the
gangs.
skin. Yeah, dick games.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That got me pretty excited to be
You
like,
just
shit.
put
So
on
if
the
I
back
lose
end
more
of
weight and I'm walking around looking like Pete Davidson, maybe I could just have like
A
a
huge
whole
swinging
new
cock.
inch and a half down there.
honestly, it's real. That and shaving,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the angles.
And then what's his name? More Plates, More Dates made a video that I watched on YouTube about all the different kinds of penis pumps out there.
Penis pumps.
Yeah, it's like a big plastic tube you put on your shit.
Oh, like
It's
a
got,
literal penis
It's got
pump.
a hand pump, and you like pull your dick out more, And I've never done it, but if any of the companies who make these want to send them to me, that would be great because I don't personally really feel comfortable spending money on penis pumps. I don't think.
Yeah, imagine that showing up to your door.
Like I kind of well, part of me
it's
wants
discreet
to
packaging.
I just want to see what it's like. But
it's discreet packaging.
Plates, more dates. You trust him?
For the most, he's a very smart guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I trust him, and he got a whole video out there about how these penis pumps work.
Actually work, saying that they actually work.
He said he said.
Did he personally attest to it?
Yeah, he said he owned like 20 of them.
Oh, he owns 20 of them.
Over the years, he said he's tried out a lot of different penis pumps.
Wow, what a shit.
I'm gonna trust.
So
the
he's
guy
an expert.
This is the guy who sends me creatine. Like I need to trust him.
Wow,
and
you got me thinking about it. I want to try this shit now.
Even if it gave me like an extra half inch or an inch, but this is the thing is you have to do it like he said that. I think you need to do it like 500 hours.
Whoa, wait.
Inch.
I thought
500 hours?
No.
It's like you have to do it over time.
You got to be chilling with it on for like hella time. Like you gotta be like a couple hours at night at least. I think maybe you take a Saturday off and just sit around with.
Oh, so this is like a thing that you use over time.
You have to commit to this
for good, or as long as you continue like a.
I don't really know, but it makes sense. Bro, think about it. People put the fucking thing in their ear, they stretch it out, and it gets this big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Cock do that.
Well, I don't know if it's just the skin. It's also like what's filling it up too, right? Like, but no, I see what you're saying. I'm following you.
Yeah, follow me.
I don't know. What if I had those? What if I had some?
Give it to every person who comes in. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I've been doing it for time. Really? It works.
The penis pump?
I'm fucking with you. I've never done it.
Yeah, I know.
You got me interested in it. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like pretty happy with my dick size and everything, but I watched that video about the penis pumps and I was just like, oh fuck. And then you know what's crazy too is that I seen a clip of Johnny Sins, perhaps the most famous male porn star, and he was denying that they work.
So he's sandbagging everyone.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
More plates, more dates saying that they do work. So, but I honestly, I've never talked to anybody in the porn industry who has used one. I'm not saying they don't, they probably do, but like, I've never met a dude who uses one, so.
Damn.
But Derek does.
But he said himself he uses them.
Watch this video.
Okay.
Yes. Search
You have to
more
send me
plates,
the
more dates, penis pumps.
I'll have to check it out.
It's kind of like an older video. I don't know if he would make this video now.
Yeah, I don't think he would. No way.
It's too brand conscious. Oh, we're on Rogan. I can't make a penis pump video. I bet Rogan's
wow.
You think so?
In cap, RPG.
He never really talks about sex. Never talks about his sex life or anything.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. And and pretty minimal with how much he talks about his family and everything too in general.
I think he tries to protect them though, because like he's so big. That guy's
right. Makes a lot of sense.
What other podcasts? So what other podcasts are you gonna do? Because I feel like everyone's probably trying to talk to you and get you now.
I don't know. I was supposed to do DJ Vlad the other day. Switched to MCN for like a week or two. So he's like, Hollywood Unlocked, but I couldn't.
Are we gonna clear this building or what?
Yeah, I might do the whatever podcast.
Oh yeah. I just see clips. I've never actually watched the full pod. I just see clips.
I've watched some.
So, damn, dude.
Hey, look here, dude. I wasn't here.
I think I should be next.
No,
I'm a professional. No.
Listen, if you don't have a resume, it's not.
That was quick.
Also,
Let's
you would never
do
be
it.
naked on camera.
Yeah.
But then, all right, let's get even more spicy into Brad being a psychopath. So,
I love
after that,
okay.
you know, we're all kind of talking in the office and stuff, like, God.
And this is just for reference. This was back when it was on Melrose.
Yeah, in the back of the bike shop.
Yeah, that was dope.
When we get done, I'm talking about it with the other guys a little bit, whatever. I'm not like super bent out of shape about it, but I'm like, okay, yeah. So, and then a couple hours later, one of my guys leaves, goes into the back, gets in his car, goes to drive away. And he said that you were like, because there was like an alley behind the store. And he said that you were parked down at the other end of the alley.
Green smoke, southwest.
On the fucking wheel, and just
wow.
looking super mad. Just clutching the wheel and just being angry as fuck.
Wait, this never happened.
Looking like Wario. This is how the homie described it to me.
This never happened. But go ahead.
He just said that you were just sitting there straight Wario'd out, just looking angry as fuck.
Bro, that did not happen.
Let's get a perfect mission, boys. Nobody dies. Nobody dies.
You left, and also you sat in your car like Wario and just.
No, I didn't. You know what I did? Actually, yes, but like that's not what I did. I didn't just take steroids and sit in my car and I'm mad. No, dude. No, listen. This real shit. This was what, this like 2017?
It's 2017, 2018, I forget, something like that.
I remember I went
Come on,
down
Rally.
there. When were you doing interviews like before that?
2018, 2019.
Yeah. There was a man
Move a little bit
down
closer.
there, and it was his car, and his girlfriend was in it. And I went
There
up to
we
her.
go.
And I went up to her because I was just like asking random.
Did somebody
questions.
die?
It was like this girl. She's in a Lamborghini. I'm gonna go ask her. And I went up to go talk to her. And I was just gonna ask her.
Right at the end, I got hit as I was shooting, and my
I
fucking
was like,
line of fire went
I was
straight
like,
into
what are you doing? Because she was in the car sitting. It was like a Lambo, like right, you know where your thing's here was like parked over here on the side
Only
street.
23
And
guys.
she was like, oh, I'm waiting. I'm like, for
That's
who?
the
And she's
easiest
like,
thing
oh,
to
my
do.
boyfriend.
That was
Formally
Yeah.
reprimanded.
And she's like, maybe you heard of him. It's just Juice World. And I was like, oh, I hadn't heard of him.
Little name drop.
Yeah, she totally name dropped, but apparently he was there somewhere. I don't know if he was fucking with you or not, but that was like, I remember looking back at that now. Obviously, the way things went with him, and you know, rest in peace. But that's what I was doing.
good for
I
another
remember
one?
because there was
I'm always
I wasn't
good
just
for
sitting
another
mad in my fucking car. That's what's hilarious. You guys just making shit up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he made it up, but like that's just. I've always kind of had that in my head that like you were just sitting there just raging out for like 2 hours, and I never say anything about it too because I was just like, damn, he's really like that. Like he was that mad about the PED conversation, I guess. But I don't know.
Damn, you're the highest rank I think I've ever met so far.
I've always wondered.
I've seen a couple second lieutenants
I remember I
already.
left and then I
Yeah, I've
was,
seen a
I
couple.
was with my guy and I was filming shit.
my first-
This clip is
the
somewhere.
first
I want
one.
to get this from this guy because I literally was filming this conversation with this girl.
I wonder if it was
It should be
girlfriend
about
one or
165
girlfriend two because there
It was
Ali Lottie and then there was the other girl
Somewhere in
before
there.
her, Star Fox or whatever the fuck her name is.
she had like
Damn.
like highlights in her hair.
Like 147.
Don't they all?
Yeah, I guess, man.
Yeah.
I guess.
And you know how long that's gonna
so,
take? 'Cause you
off-
know how
off
many
topic of all this
losses
other
that
stuff,
we take before
On your
we win?
podcast, because you've been doing this shit for so long. Man. Like,
Yeah, unless you get in with
Yeah,
a
like,
good
that was one of
squad
the
and
first
you're
interviews
just
I
you're
did,
just going constantly.
kind of outside of the
Like,
stuff
I
that
went
I
a
was doing.
whole
Out of
20 a
all
whole
of the
day.
content you
I've
made, all the
nothing but
podcasts you've done,
straight
what do you think was
off.
like your favorite guest
Oh,
so far to this point?
I always say X.
that's just
Yeah.
brutal.
Just
When you said that.
because he it changed my life so much. We had like a really close relationship for a while, and it definitely changed.
That's cool.
a lot
I
of
didn't
people's
know
lives.
he interviewed.
I feel like that. Like sometimes people ask me like, how do I like like people who have like okay like YouTube things going on. How do I become like a legend on YouTube? Whatever. Like how do I get to that level? And it is kind of true that like if you're a YouTuber and you just pump out a ton of content and it all does like a nice little average amount, but then somehow me doing that X interview and getting like 28 million views or whatever, like that just kind of defined what I had going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like having that one home run somehow means like a lot more in terms of your notoriety than
Pushing with you.
doing like a million good solid pieces of content. You know, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to get to something that's that big because I had no idea that was going to be anything like that. You know, 'cause
Look out for motors. Look out where those motors are coming from.
but yeah,
Eyes
I don't
up.
know, that's kind of like what makes me want to
Oh,
take it to
end cap. They're coming
artists
south.
and underground artists
west.
and stuff.
They're coming
It's just
west.
the reality of, like,
building that
you don't
I
know what's
think-
gonna happen to
come
them.
here.
I interviewed King Von when he was kind of like a normal-sized rapper, and you know, that's ended up being one of our biggest interviews, just because he got
Thank you,
killed
sir.
like maybe a year later or whatever, and then it was, when I interviewed him, like it was like that was different because that was an obvious interview to do in the first place, but then his like star rose so much after that, and I just really love that feeling of getting him in there early.
Yeah.
Cool vlog with Ice Spice, and she blew the fuck up, and
I didn't know
the
she-
vlog never really got that many views after. I'm not sure why.
Maybe the male audience thing.
Maybe I should re-upload it and give it a different title.
You should.
Should.
Clickbait a little different. Also, this reminds me. You know who that girl is? She did an interview with Funny Marco, but she just did one with Drake.
I don't know who that is, but I've
You saw that, right?
I've seen the clip of him making her listen to Tyga. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you like Tyga?
Yeah, like moments like that though, like that girl to get like someone like Drake is just like you can get anyone after that for an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like to speaking to your point of like having those moments where like you obviously didn't know because you had X before. It was massive.
She's like an actress or something. Like
I don't know. Her pod is fucking hilarious, dude.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, she just like they had that awkward comedy.
Yeah.
That awkward, just like quiet. I guess that's her bit. I don't know if that's how she really is or not. Obviously, I've never met her, but you see those moments where like, oh, you have Drake. It's like that can change the trajectory of everything she could do.
Yeah, but now all these rappers are able to basically like not have to do hip-hop media, or they don't have to do interviews where they actually run the risk of getting asked something that they don't want to answer or whatever, because they go do these interviews like fucking Drake. Drake did the Caleb Presley thing from Barstool, right?
And you know that's true.
An interview with Yachty, where Yachty's interviewing him, and obviously Yachty's not going to ask him any crazy shit. And then Drake does this thing with this girl. I don't know how scripted or real it was, because I only seen like one clip from it. But you know, and then before that, Drake on Rap Radar, and it was edited by Drake's team.
Where they were sitting in that room.
Yeah, it was edited by Drake's team, and then it ran on Drake's YouTube channel. So this is a motherfucker who is not trying to take chances of going and, oh, I'm going to go do a no jumper interview, and maybe he asked me some crazy shit, and it's just going to come out anyway. No. He's
well, do you blame him?
Carefully curating his public image, which, you know, he is wise to do. Like, you know, he doesn't want to sit down with anybody that he can't trust. But I'm just saying, it's a weird new world that we live in. Yeah. Or even like, you know, I've seen some rappers come on here and do interviews with you because you're not going to call them out on being snitches and fucking all the messy shit that they're involved in. Think about that. Lil Durk goes and does. You're not going to ask him all the crazy shit. But then,
I just massacred
to his
like
credit,
photo.
A year or two later, boom, he goes and does academics.
I just massacred like 5 of them.
So that showed me
seven
that Lil
of
Durk
them.
wasn't actually scared of having to answer questions about his enemies and all this bullshit.
But I'm dead now.
It's pretty wild that like rappers have so many different options for interviews now, and they kind of curate their public image however they want.
Yeah, it's changed. It's
right there's
really
where I died.
Media as a whole is changing, because I feel like people have just lost trust in just mainstream
They're
media
coming up.
entirely.
Yep,
now
that
it's like
doorway
everyone is
right
just
there.
coming to like these different platforms of creators and pushing like their, you know, they're not necessarily like a release of something, but furthering their brand in ways that like wouldn't traditionally be like you know, showing up on some mainstream bullshit and talking. I feel like everything is going towards this.
Oh, I know, and I mean, if you look at YouTube, you could probably find a bunch of clips from yesterday of Destiny, Fresh and Fit,
and you know,
Hassan.
He has a good point. You know, like there are definitely rappers and people now that are in like the interview space now that, you know, they don't necessarily have to, you know, they don't have to necessarily just make music, drop hits to become stay relevant. To stay relevant and you know, boost their discoverability, you know what I mean? Because Drake being on that girl's pod, I mean, he's already globally known, so it doesn't really matter. But like, imagine somebody who doesn't really listen to Drake, but now she's like following him for like whatever, see what he does, and because they just like him and his personality now, because whatever of what they saw on that podcast. I mean, I would, right? That was a funny pod. It showed a different side of him. And not many people see it. It showed a zesty side of him. He was sitting in the bed just like drinking wine. It was so crazy. It was so funny too, though. It was so funny.
Alright, let's do this.
And now people are doing that. Now they're like, rappers are playing games. It's not even just rappers. It's like basketball players. There's basketball players just playing games, and
yeah, for a game that was made in 2008,
athletes.
not bad at all.
It's just like different types of celebrities going outside of their niche to
Yeah, it's actually very addicting for like,
you know, stay relevant,
basically.
basically.
Not gonna lie.
I can't wait for next month.
And I mean,
They're
I'm all
adding
for
Night
it,
Nations next month.
but it just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just competition. It's more competition.
Yeah, I heard
More
about that.
competition. You know what I mean? So
You know, Sneeko, fucking Vosh, all these different political commentators. Those are all people who watch those clips that might have had, you know, time to watch CNN, New York Times or some shit like that, you know? And it's like, and I still read the New York Times. I still read, like, you know, relevant, like, you know, normal media outlets when I feel like I need something I can trust, especially when it's like a big deal. When Russia was getting invaded.
Do you think you could trust that shit?
I think I could trust that better than like a bunch of people just sort of saying whatever on Twitter that has no fact checking at all. You know, I still have a degree of trust for like professional journalists when it comes to the facts. But in terms of like opinion and stuff, yeah, I would probably rather watch a Destiny clip. Yeah. Than read a New York Times editorial piece about something. Except when it comes to like, because there are just there's levels to this shit when it comes to like real journalism, especially when it comes to things that are like really hard to understand, like what's going on overseas,
Going to the roof,
conflict and stuff. So I haven't totally given up on the mainstream media, but clearly, clearly a huge percentage of people have.
Yeah, and I feel like I said, everything's going towards this sort of content, and like, but yeah, there's also a problem in that because it could just be some guy who just has an opinion, who's just saying whatever the fuck he wants as well.
Yeah, because there's been so many times I listened to podcasts and kind of took people serious
flag has been pulled.
talking about stuff in politics, and then like do a little bit and I'm like,
like how you're like psyop, this whole thing that you did, like the psyop say that about you?
Yeah, I like that. I like
Is that
people.
true? Did someone come and infiltrate and be like, this is what you're doing, Adam?
No. Oh no, you're saying like did someone help me like line it up? Genius, but no, nothing like that.
So it's not a psyop.
No. Who would go to me and say like, hey, we're gonna do a psyop?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
I mean, I was pretty like me and her were pretty like. If you want to look at incentives, I think we were both pretty obviously incentivized by money.
Yeah.
And not to like shape the culture in terms of cucks or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's never been my intention. For most people, and sometimes I think about if I wasn't in this porn relationship, that it could go two ways. Like, me and my girl decided to get divorced, which we're not planning on doing. I would either end up with another porn chick, or I would end up with some fucking Karen substitute teacher and just have like a normal life.
What?
I don't know if I could do it though.
Damn.
Just saying it sounds crazy.
It does sound wild.
Yeah. Probably want to do porn.
Bro, behind you. I'm still in cap.
Well,
Bro,
I would want to do it.
Come on, dog.
For me, at a certain point, I would just feel like I always think about that. What if my day-to-day was just doing porn?
That's part of your week.
Yeah, but it'll be like one day a week, so maybe like, 8 hours out of the week.
That's crazy. First of all, hold up.
Just have girls coming out all day, just getting head with.
Yeah.
Oh my god. First of all, I felt like that was intentional. What he just did, I felt like it was intentional. You know what I mean? I literally was like, yo, in cap, and he rezzed him twice. He could have helped. He could have rezzed me. He could have at least rezzed me once. Lucky I'm not that guy. And look, he's still dying. Whatever. I'm not.
It's really interesting how just media as a whole has changed. I feel like people have just lost trust in just mainstream media entirely.
Hold up.
Now it's like everyone is just coming to like these different platforms of creators and pushing like they're not necessarily like a release of something, but furthering their brand in ways that like wouldn't traditionally be like showing up on some mainstream bullshit and talking. I feel like everything is going towards this.
Oh, I know, and I mean, if you look at YouTube, you could probably find a bunch of clips from yesterday of Destiny, Fresh and Fit, Hassan, Sneeko, fucking Vosh, all these different political commentators. Those are all people who watch those clips that might have had, time to watch CNN or read the New York Times or some shit like that, and it's like, I still read the New York Times. I still read relevant, normal media outlets when I feel like I need something I can trust, especially when it's like a big deal. When Russia was getting invaded.
You think you could trust that shit?
I think I could trust that better than like a bunch of people just sort of saying whatever on Twitter that has no fact checking at all. I still have a degree of trust for like professional journalists when it comes to the facts, but in terms of like opinion and stuff, I would probably rather watch a Destiny clip than
let's retry this.
Yeah.
Listen to then read a New York Times editorial piece about something. Except when it comes to like, because there's scared of having to answer questions about his enemies and all this bullshit, but it's pretty wild that like rappers have so many different options for interviews now that they could kind of curate their public image however they want.
Yeah, it's changed. It's really interesting how just media as a whole is changing, because I feel like people have just lost trust in just mainstream media entirely.
People been
Right
lost
now,
trust
it's
in
like
mainstream
everyone is
media.
just
Why do
going
you
to,
think
like,
they've
these
been
different
saying
platforms
like,
of creators and pushing like their, you know, they're not
You know,
necessarily like a
even
release of something, but
is
furthering their brand in ways that like wouldn't traditionally be like you know, showing up on some mainstream bullshit and talking. I feel like everything is going towards this.
Oh, I know. And I mean, if you look at YouTube, you could probably find a bunch of clips from yesterday of Destiny, Fresh and Fit, Hassan, you know, Sneeko, fucking Vosh, all these different political commentators. Those are all people who watch those clips that might have had, you know, time to watch CNN or read the New York Times or some shit like that, you know? And it's like, and I still read the New York Times. I still read, like, you know, relevant, like, you know, normal media outlets when I feel like I need something I can trust, especially when it's like a big deal and Russia was getting invaded.
You think you could trust that shit?
I think I could trust that better than like a bunch of people just sort of saying whatever on Twitter that has no fact checking at all. You know, I still have a degree of trust for like professional journalists when it comes to the facts. But in terms of like opinion and stuff, yeah, I would probably rather watch a Destiny clip than, you know,
exactly. And
listen to
anybody,
read a New York Times editorial piece about something. Except when it comes to like, because there are just there's levels to this shit when it comes to like real journalism, especially when it comes to things that are like really hard to understand, like what's going on overseas and a lot of different conflicts and stuff. So I haven't totally given up on the mainstream media, but clearly,
I have.
Clearly, a huge percentage of people have.
Yeah, and I feel like I said, everything's going towards this sort of content, and like, but yeah, there's also a problem in that because it could just be some guy who just has an opinion, who's just saying whatever the fuck he wants as well.
Yeah, because there's been so many times I listened to podcasts and kind of took people serious talking about stuff in politics, and then like do a little research later, and I'm like, oh, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Like how you're like psyop. This whole thing that you did was like a psyop to because you're like breaking down the family unit, and you see people say that about you.
Yeah, I like
Is that
people.
true? Did just someone come and infiltrate?
Oh no, you're saying like did someone help me like line it up? No.
So it's not a psyop.
No. Who would go to me and say like, hey, we're gonna do a psyop?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
I mean, I was pretty like me and her were pretty like. If you want to look at incentives, I think we're both pretty obviously incentivized by money.
Yeah.
And not to like shape the culture, and turn the world into a bunch of cucks or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what it is.
That's never been my intention. For most people, and sometimes I think about if I wasn't in this porn relationship, that it could go two ways. Like if me and my girl decided to get divorced, which we're not planning on doing, I'd either end up with another porn chick, or I would end up with some fucking Karen substitute teacher and just have like a normal life. I don't know if I could do it though.
Damn.
Just saying it sounds crazy.
It does sound wild.
Yeah, probably want to do porn at some point.
You'd probably get her to do porn.
Well, I would want to do it, and she probably wouldn't be cool with it, you know. For me, at a certain point, I would just feel like I always think about that. What if my day-to-day was just doing porn? It's like,
Isn't that a part of your? That's a part of your week. I
yeah,
guess.
but it'll be like one day a week, so maybe like 8 hours out of the week. It's not like some of these porn dudes. That's their life. You just have girls coming in and out all day, just getting ahead and fucking blowing loads all day,
Damn.
over and over and over. I could do that. I could fucking film, like, I think Johnny Sins puts on a scene every day. Monday through Friday, like 5 scenes a week.
Wow.
Which to me, like,
dope.
my girl told me that, and I was just like, that's fucking insane. And then I thought about it.
These guys got to be running like Caber, and they got to be running like Test and like this
What's
shit.
Caber?
Caber going, which is like help you fucking not as fast.
That's a thing?
That's the thing. And also there's things
That's
that help
a
you
thing?
increase your load size.
I know.
What?
More plates, more dates.
Yeah.
Send me some. I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, no, it's very real.
It is?
Very real.
Maybe I can take it. But
You were taking Clomid? Was it Clomid?
it's called like Locked and Loaded.
Oh,
Locked and loaded.
That's
You saying there's a thing that makes you feel like fuck longer? I could
100% make your refractory time like when like you fuck and then your ability to fuck again.
And this is something you just take every day. It's not like Viagra. I never tried
not
any of the dick
Viagra.
pills.
No.
I've never tried them.
It's not Viagra. It's not a dick pill. No, it's like literally affecting the way that your body's like your ability to come back to have to fuck again.
No. Damn. All right. Yeah, because sometimes I think like I jerk off too quick.
You come too fast when you jerk off.
Yeah, I'll jerk off, and then like, all right, the other day I beat off, and
roof is clear.
I was playing in a poker tournament, right?
Not while you beat off. What the fuck? Just go fix that light.
Ooh, the light went out. Too much dick talk.
No, you're gonna have to click the reset thing. There you go.
Hey.
So, okay, wait, you weren't jerking off during a poker tournament.
No, but
okay.
There's a 5-minute break every hour.
And you went, oh my God.
And I had it in my head like, yo, I'm gonna beat off as soon as it goes on break. I just had to get it out, you know?
Yeah, but
I had a little bit, you know, I don't like smoke cigarettes, but I would say it's kind of like the same thing where you just feel that little like neurotic itch. You just want to do something.
Yeah. You can't just wait. I stopped jerking off. I stopped jerking off completely. I know
the poker tournament's like 8 hours. So I could have potentially been there for a long ass time, but this is how I know that I'm fucking beating off too fast. Is that it has a little timer, you know, and it's 5-minute break. So as soon as it goes on break, boom, 5 minutes, I fucking just start beating off, and then I look at the clock again as soon as I finish, and it's like I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Oh my God!
I'm like, how did you just beat off in 90 seconds?
Holy
like you went
shit.
from soft to nut in 90 seconds. Like
that's impressive.
Thank you. I'm the quickest draw in the West.
What
the
fuck?
To me, it's like that's probably not good training for when you're fucking on camera or even just in your private life. I think you gotta like elongate that shit. You want to do a nice session, really make love to yourself. Give yourself 20 minutes. You know,
you couldn't obviously during the porn thing.
Yeah, the
during
poker
the poker
tournament.
thing.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I was like, damn, like you just nutted that fast. That can't be good.
Can't be good, man.
And when I'm fucking on camera, I'll like fuck until I feel like I'm about to nut, and then I'll like take a step back for like, you know, a minute or two sometimes and be like, hold on. Okay, go back to it. And once I've done that once or twice, then I feel like, okay, I could really like go for a long time here.
So is that the way that you practice, like trying to last longer? Because I remember at one point I was like, when I was having sex, I tried for like, I don't know, a month at a time to not come at all. And I would have sex and like try to just like completely back it off. And I was successful for about like 4 days doing that, and then it's like I had to fucking come. I could not do it. But it did increase my ability to hold it.
I got a nut.
I went FK for a second, but moving with you.
Yeah. Damn. You should practice it though.
Apple a day.
Apple a day keeps the fucking the doctor away.
Proctologist away. Yeah, I feel like something bad might happen to my dick.
On your six.
There's too much cum in my body.
You think something bad would happen?
That's definitely not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't want those problems, man.
It's like it's toxic. I gotta
different.
Flush.
So there's things that help you increase your load size.
I know Derek from More Plates, More Dates sent me some. I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, no, it's very real.
It is
very real.
Maybe I didn't take it long enough. I don't know. But
you were taking Clomid? Was it Clomid?
Clomid.
Locked and loaded.
Oh.
But damn, you're saying there's a thing that makes you be able to fuck longer. I could
100% make your refractory time, like when you fuck and then your ability to fuck again.
This is something you can just take every day. It's not like because I never tried any of the dick pills. No, never tried them.
It's not Viagra. It's not a dick pill. No, it's like literally affecting the way that your body's like your ability to come back to have to fuck again.
I know. Damn. All right, yeah, because sometimes I think like I jerk off too quick.
Too fast when you jerk off, you mean?
Yeah, I'll jerk off, and then like, the other day I beat off, and I was playing in a poker tournament. Right?
Not while you beat off. Just go fix that light.
Ooh, the light went out. Too much dick talk.
Grenade out.
No, you're gonna have to click the reset thing. There you go. So okay.
They got the flank. They got the flank.
No, but there's a 5-minute break every hour.
And you went, oh my God.
And I had it in my head like, yo, I'm gonna beat off as soon as it goes on break.
That's crazy.
I just had to get it out, you know?
Yeah, but
I had a little bit, I don't like smoke cigarettes, but I would say it's kind of like the same thing where you just feel that little like neurotic itch. You just want to do something.
Yeah.
Just gotta beat it.
Just wait. I stopped jerking off. I stopped jerking off completely. I know
the poker tournament's like 8 hours. So I could have potentially been there for a long ass time, but this is how I know that I'm fucking beating off too fast. Is that it has a little timer, It's 5-minute break. So as soon as it goes on break, boom, 5 minutes, I fucking just start beating off, and then I look at the clock again as soon as I finish, and it's like I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Oh my God!
I'm like, how did you just beat off in 90 seconds?
Holy
like you went
shit.
from soft to nutting in 90 seconds, like.
That's impressive.
That is
Thank you.
impressive.
I'm the quickest draw in the West.
What
but
the fuck?
to
Not
me,
the West.
it's like that's probably not good training for when you're fucking on camera or even just in your private life. I think you gotta like elongate that. If you want to do a next session, you wanna make love to yourself. Give yourself like 20 minutes. You know.
You couldn't obviously during the porn thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
during the
poker
poker
tournament.
thing.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I was like, damn, like you just nutted that fast. That can't be good.
Can't be good, man.
And when I'm fucking on camera, I'll like fuck until I feel like I'm about to nut, and then I'll like take a step back for like, you know, a minute or two sometimes and be like, hold on. Okay, go back to it. And once I've done that once or twice, then I feel like, okay, I could really like go for a long time here.
So is that the way that you practice sex? Because I remember at one point I was like, when I was having sex, I was like, I tried for like, I don't know, a month at a time to not come at all. And I would have sex and like try to just like completely back it off.
Sorry.
And I was successful
going.
for about like 4 days doing that, and then it's like I had to fucking come. I could not do it. But it did increase my ability to hold it.
I got a nut.
You got a nut.
I gotta get one out of bed.
Yeah. Damn. You should practice it though.
Apple a day.
Apple a day keeps the fucking doctor away.
Proctologist away. Yeah, I feel like something bad might happen to my dick if there's too much cum in my body.
You think something bad would
drain
happen?
it all the time.
Damn. Yeah, I don't want those problems, man.
It's like it's toxic. I gotta flush it out.
Holy shit. So have you tried anything else to increase your lasting time?
No.
Yeah, he died.
Do you need to, do you think?
I mean, I feel like I'm doing all right, but like, I would be interested if that kind of thing was out there. That would be
Yeah, well, it's definitely a thing.
I gotta
Well,
try.
since you're a cuck, do you think you're gonna come faster when you fuck your girl with another dude?
That's part of what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Stop.
No, because okay, all right,
God damn it.
I can get hard whenever. But what if I'm doing good and he's not? And it's taking him hella long. So then what? I gotta go stand over there and fucking get head for my girl or like beat my dick and just wait for him to get hard. So you're telling me, like, think about how this sounds kind of hard, right? Like you gotta like basically have another guy beating off on the side of the room, and then I'm sitting over here and I gotta keep my shit hard, or I have to just get it hard as soon as his is hard. Then, not to mention, imagine coordinating your nuts.
This is something wow, dude.
Right. Well, no,
I didn't think of this.
From an on-camera perspective, it would be ideal if you could both nut on your face at the same time, right? That is going to be tough. Like me and a dude that I barely fucking know beating off and coming at the exact same time.
Girls having a period at the same time.
Because, bro, I remember when I was like 19, me and the homie were fucking this girl in her like dorm room at college. Shout out to UNH. And we both nutted at the same time, and that shit felt mad gay. Like, I was fucking her from behind with a condom on, and he was getting head from her, and we both finished at the same time, bro. We both moved at the same time.
Oh my god, this is sounding hilarious.
I felt hella gay. Like,
no.
I felt really like in a way.
Did you ever lock eyes?
No, but okay. Like me and him, like we felt connected as fuck.
After that, you guys were like boys.
Mad gay.
You guys
were like that. Just I don't know. This kind of tripped me out. Like damn, I don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do it. That's what you're gonna have to do. Then.
Did we just become best friends?
You must. You and that guy. You write him letters. You ever talk to him still?
That's the homie that I still talk to him on Instagram a little bit.
Really?
He still talks to him.
Damn. Boy, Mike sounds like a good guy.
Mike is a good guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay.
I'm dying. So, is there a scene of you and a different girl in the future, like not with your wife?
I mean, I thought about it, like just making my own OnlyFans and just kind of having girls pull up and doing scenes with chicks just randomly, because that would be so easy for me. Like if I had a day where I was doing 2-3 interviews and just like in between, okay, boom, you come in here,
yeah,
get a little nut out, film it on my phone.
Get a
that'd be so easy.
Get a little nut out.
No, it's like I don't know how much time or effort I want to put into that. Also,
yo, he
like
does not
my
care.
Girl is right there, you know. Yeah. So it's like one problem that a lot of people have in this industry is that
and he shouldn't.
At some
I don't understand why people think he should.
Get called out
he
by
really
some girl
should.
that says that you did something messy or inappropriate or whatever. And so I like the insurance policy of having my chick there for everything, so that like no girl could ever fucking say that without me having like a really good person in my defense right there. Which I guess that could be mitigated if I were to like have a filmer or whatever,
Yeah.
so that I didn't have to think about that, which is a good idea. I also, I'm
But it's
like,
better if it's a
I
woman.
don't know if I
and
want to
your
turn
wife.
it into like a contest with me and my girl to like who can shoot the most porn.
Yeah.
No, that's
Also, I feel
cool.
like if you make an OnlyFans and you're a dude, you're getting a lot of followers who are like gay dudes, and they don't even want to see you fuck a chick. They want to see you like putting your booty on the sink.
But he said
Probably
put.
like beating off into a napkin or something.
Oh.
And that's super like not what I'm into, you know. So I don't know, like.
He
And then
said
if you're really
into
down to
a
go to bro, I know
napkin.
dudes who like started OnlyFans thinking they were gonna be fucking chicks, and then all of a sudden they realize they can get way more money from sucking dildos and
No.
licking their own asshole or whatever. I'm not really trying to like.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't have to do that. So I guess the better question is like, did you have a conversation like with your wife about you doing that? Like, would she be against you doing that?
I don't think she'd be against me doing it.
No.
But I also just like feel so comfortable shooting with her. I don't even
Yeah.
know what it would be like to like shoot with other girls on my own. Obviously I do, but you know, it'd be weird.
So
I'm just so busy that it's kind of weird for me to imagine slotting that into my day.
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
So the stuff with your girl having sex with other guys, like that's gonna continue to a degree, but not like there's not like a. Like you guys have like, okay, this is gonna happen this many more times, and it's not. Or what?
I'm
'Cause-
just trying to like figure out the best way to approach it business-wise and everything. Like what makes the most sense in terms of frequency, or like even like me and her shooting with another guy. It's kind of like, well, should she do 5 more scenes with other guys before we do that? Because in porn, there's always this gradual build-up. You know? You don't want to, you don't want to have your first scene be anal. You want to shoot vaginal for like a year, 2 years, and then you do anal, or then you do a threesome, or then you.
But
do
I don't
a
even understand
whatever.
why. Like, why is that an issue?
Extreme nature of it. To keep the people on the hook. So I don't know. But
So when it runs
Good
out,
job,
at what point?
boys.
Like, because like I don't know if you do it bigger than this, what it was now.
well, I mean, I think like me, her, and another guy would be another level of viral stuff or whatever.
Because everyone would just be watching that to see like your face and like,
fuck
did they
that
look at
one.
each other's in the eye? They'd be like, is Adam looking at his dick? You know, like they'll be hawking you.
I think it's
dude
pretty
got
funny
laid
to
out
just
in the
picture like
fucking
when I picture it, I just
corner.
picture like an image posted on Twitter that's like her holding both dicks, and one's bigger than mine.
All right. Well,
Oh.
that was my last
Mine.
one for today, boys.
And like
Hey, GG's.
I could
Thanks.
I could get behind that
GG's,
just for the
thanks, boys.
pure
It's been real, man.
LOL factor.
GG's.
Like obviously, like a lot of people would probably be like, "Oh, like wouldn't you feel so embarrassed or whatever?" It's like, bro, I'm on board for the jokes. You know, like I can't. That's why I can't be mad at academics for doing play-by-play of her scene. I didn't watch it. But I don't want that to interfere with our friendship of me being annoyed by something he said or whatever. But
He did
why
not
would it
do
annoy
that.
you? You don't
That's
care.
crazy.
well, like I don't know what he's saying. Maybe he's saying something disrespectful about her or whatever that I don't like.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't seen it.
Right,
I'll probably, you know, if it is. The only thing I told him is I'm like, bro, why are you putting my kid in the thumbnail? Because there was a, like, he said that his chick's mom or whatever the fuck it is, they put a picture of us with the kid. I'm like, that's not cool. If we're
Yeah.
friends,
That's
you
bait.
don't need to do
That's
that.
bait.
But, you know, it's not like I can deny how funny this is or, like, how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
So I can't, like, tell. Like, Myron from Fresh and Fit was telling me, he's like, I'm not going to report on it. I'm like, you can. I'm like, it's fine. Like, I totally don't mind. And even if you have something negative to say about it, it's okay. He's like, no, we're friends, so I'm not going to. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I'm in on the joke. And I know you probably feel a certain way about it, so you might as well just let it out.
Yeah. I mean, I can't not respect that. That's for sure. I, mean,
Yeah.
I definitely feel a way about it. Like, I'm just like, could never imagine. Obviously, I don't do porn, so I'm not in the space to say what should or shouldn't happen. I guess the kid thing is the one thing that fucks me up. Is it just like, that's the one thing I can't wrap my mind around.
Yeah, I mean, by the time she's sentient, we'll probably be done shooting, I would assume.
Yeah.
She's gonna go back to being a mom and having kids in a couple of years anyway. So
How many more kids you want?
I want 2 more.
You gotta.
She's not really thinking past 1.
You gotta have a boy, dude.
Well, we already have 1, but yeah, boy. Yeah. If I did have a boy next, then it might be easier to be like, okay, cool, we got 2.
Yeah.
If I have a girl, we might have to roll.
All right. We'll come back and watch this. We'll come back and watch the rest of this. I'll come back and watch it. We'll come back and watch it. We'll watch the rest of this. Until then, I'll be right back. So we'll be right back. All right. I'm coming back. I promise. I'm gonna play some tennis real quick, and then yeah, I'm gonna play some tennis, and then I'll be back. We can watch the rest of this. Should I play music while I'm gone? Might as well. I'm gonna play some DMCA free music. While I'm gone. So might as well just leave it on this, right? BK, have it your way. You rule.
So slowly a sunlit dream pulls me out of sleep. Feel the morning through the blinds. I get to thinking about your sun-kissed face in a quiet place. I could give you all my time. You know I wanna be your rock, my love. You know I wanna be your light. In darkness, how you find me just in time to tell me what I needed to hear. So if you don't know what you need, you can leave it all to me. Don't want you worried about a thing. I know you do the same for me. 'Cause you're so lovely, you're so lovely. I can't help
Picking him.
Everything finds its place. Although I wish I knew where to, I guess I'll have to see it through. Oh, through and through. Oh, through and through. I'll find my way to you. Though I'll admit it may take me some time. Oh, through and through. Oh, through and through. I will be there for you, even if we may seek a separate life. Oh.
No, Jimmy is definitely not at work. He's at home. But like,
tummy's turning. My heart is racing, filled with ambition. I feel it burning. I want it back, got a plan. It's just kinda hard to word. It's all I need. I want more life for my Drake shit, and I'm getting tired of all the same shit. I wanna see my family, wanna see my friends have been slept on like my name says. And I'm pretty far from being famous, but I sure as hell ain't nameless. I just take aim, I ain't aimless, and I let it fly like a spaceship and just see where that goes. You can never be certain, but I know that it's worth the burden. Some things got me hurting, I can't see, but I know that it's fine, cause it's all that I need, all I need.
They heads is turning, my family earning, we found a purpose. I gotta get it, the clock is ticking, the talks and verses. I pick my word and my foot imperfect, I think it's working. Know you heard it curving, the flow ain't slurring, it's all in cursive. Y'all don't know me, no at me, eating good, count calories. Music's all I have, love myself and that's so sweet, I got cavities. Always on for batteries, play my song, they'll laugh at me. Nowadays they sing along, God bless, I got allergy. So sit with it, but can't catch me, couldn't live with it. Stay the same, but I've been different. I'll kill the beat, the same, my pen did it. Been feeling indifferent, down myself. Hit sellings, read better than myself. Spin nights, just trying to find myself. Yeah, and I'm gonna find myself. All I really need is that cash, so all I really need is this fast flow. Fuck it, we on. I just want my team to see cash flow. Wanna see our dreams become actual. Things we live out. All I really need is that cash, so all I really need is this fast flow. Fuck it, we on. I just want my team to see cash flow. Wanna see our dreams become actual. Things we live out.
I know I'm not the only one, but I can't imagine nothing else. I see it every time I fall asleep. I love it when you say what's really on your mind. No need to overwhelm yourself, there's always time to unwind. I wanna take a chance, can say I didn't try. I'm here for what I found, you're held up on what we left behind. The time is never perfect, love, that's just what people say. When they think back to the moments, not sweating the smaller things. Sometimes I feel regret, sometimes I wish that things would change. But sometimes it's just sometimes, and you know sometimes never stay. All of you are the same, it's just a situation. We'll let it get between what we want, yeah, what we could be. I love you more each day, sometimes I can't explain it, but I feel it and I don't want that to change. I'm just dreaming, I know you're thinking that the summer
Over there? Oh, what the hell? I thought you were going to the gym or no? Hey, Gate.
What was it that you lost? The chasing all this time. I'll try to build a gap, but I feel it's a losing fight. I know it's not ideal. There's probably better ways, but this ain't
Yeah, we can go.